If you are raising a child with ADHD, you've probably felt it. The side glances in the grocery store, the comments from relatives who think your child just needs more discipline, the well-meaning but misinformed teachers who offer suggestions you've already tried. Families of kids with ADHD are often misunderstood, and so are the kids themselves. That's why ADHD Awareness Month exists. It's the beginning of October, and with it, the beginning of ADHD Awareness Month. Every year, October is a time to educate, advocate, and bring light to what ADHD really is, and also what it isn't. In this video, I'm going to share what ADHD Awareness Month is really about, the myths that still hold families back, the deeper underlying stresses of ADHD that deserve way more attention, and what you can do right now to support your child more effectively. I'm Dana Kay, a board-certified health and nutrition practitioner, but I'm also a mum of a child with ADHD. This is Oliver. We call him Ollie, and it was his struggles that led me to the career I'm in now. It was his struggles that led me to work with over 1,500 other families of kids with ADHD, helping them find solutions just like we found for Oliver. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video. Now, let's start at the beginning. What is ADHD Awareness Month and why October? There's a reason. ADHD Awareness Month is a time when families, educators, and professionals come together to shine a spotlight on one important mission: awareness of ADHD. National ADHD Awareness Month is a nationwide effort to increase understanding, reduce stigma, and help families get access to better support and better resources. It's a time to push back against outdated ideas, and there's a lot of them, and also speak up about what ADHD really looks like in daily life. So why October? Now, back in the early 2000s, October was officially designated as ADHD Awareness Month. Since then, groups like CHAD, ADDA, and the ADHD Awareness Coalition have led the charge, spreading accurate information and supporting families just like yours and just like mine. You may have also seen references to ADHD Awareness Day, which can cause a bit of confusion. While the full month is recognized for awareness activities, October 14th is often marked by some organizations as a single day of recognition. However, most efforts now focus on the entire month to allow for deeper conversations and more inclusive events. You may also come across content referring to ADHD and Autism Awareness Month. Now, to clarify, Autism Awareness Month is recognized in April, while ADHD has its own spotlight in October. That said, there's growing awareness of how the two conditions can really overlap. Many children and adults live with both ADHD and autism, and understanding their similarities but also their differences is really important for accurate support. Now, when most people think about ADHD, they imagine a kid bouncing off the walls or not paying attention in school. But the truth is, ADHD affects way more than focus or energy. It impacts sleep, mood, eating, learning, and most of all, family life. There are meltdowns over meals, homework battles that end in tears, mornings that feel like a war zone, and entire households that walk on eggshells trying to avoid the next explosion. When my own son's ADHD symptoms were at their worst, we were all bracing ourselves for the next meltdown all day long. We never knew what was going to set him off, so we could never really relax. We weren't really living. We were actually just surviving. And still the advice we got was just be more consistent or he'll grow out of it. But here's the real truth. Real ADHD awareness means understanding that these kids aren't choosing to misbehave. Their brains and bodies are struggling. And families like ours need real support, not just advice and not just medication. As Dr. Ross Green says, kids do well if they can, and when they can't, we need to ask why, not punish them. Now let's talk about some of the biggest myths I still hear today and what's actually true. Myth number 1, ADHD is just a chemical imbalance in the brain. The truth is that ADHD symptoms are deeply connected to gut health, chronic inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, and food sensitivities. If we only focus on the brain, we're missing the whole picture. Myth number 2, just find the right medication and everything will be okay. I can tell you that's not the case, and we went through a load of them. The truth, medication can be a helpful tool. I'm not against it in all cases, but it shouldn't be the first port of call, not when there are other alternative solutions that can sometimes help as much or more without the risk of side effects. Medication doesn't solve the underlying biological imbalances causing, or at very least, exacerbating ADHD symptoms. It's kind of like putting tape over a warning light. It may reduce the symptoms, but it doesn't address why those symptoms are happening in the first place. Myth number 3, food doesn't really affect ADHD. I hear this one all the time, and it's so frustrating because the truth is that this standard American diet is packed with ingredients that spike blood sugar, fuel inflammation, and exacerbate ADHD symptoms. So many families clean up the diet and then often see massive improvements. Now, I'd love to know from those tuning in, have you heard any of those myths before? Have you ever wondered about them yourself? Let me know in the comments by saying yes or I can relate. I've got a couple more I want to share with you now. Myth number 4 is that picky eaters will grow out of it and you should just feed them whatever they'll eat. The truth? Picky eating is often a symptom of gut inflammation or sensory overwhelm or nutrient deficiency or something deeper going on in the body. Support the body, and we have seen it over and over again. The palate often opens up. Myth number 5, behavior charts and therapy are the best non-medication tools. Truth, therapy can help, but if the body is inflamed, if it's stressed, if it's nutrient deficient, behavior strategies won't stick. We have to support the body first. Now, those 5 myths are common ones I hear all the time, but sadly, they're only 5 of many, many more. I go into more depth on these myths and others in episode 129 of the Soaring Child podcast. Be sure to check it out if you want a deeper dive. Now, I'll definitely add the link in the video description, so make sure and look there for it now. Now, I want to dive even deeper because awareness is great, but it's not enough to give families who are struggling day in and day out what they actually need and what we need to actually take action. Give them real supports, and that starts with understanding that ADHD isn't just a brain disorder. It's a whole body issue. When the nervous system is dysregulated, when gut health is poor, when nutrient deficiencies are present, when sleep is broken and stress is high, the brain simply can't function at its best. That's why the approach we take at the ADHD Thrive Institute is holistic. We don't just manage symptoms, we support the entire system. That means looking at diet, removing inflammatory foods, and fueling the brain with beautiful nutrients. And it means functional lab testing and then targeted supplementation. We identify what's going on in the body, what are those hidden imbalances, and we support them with clean, targeted tools. And it means prioritizing deep, consistent rest to regulate mood, help detoxification and energy. And it means focusing on nervous system regulation, using movement, breath, and sensory tools to calm the chaos. And it means offering ADHD-specific parenting support through our resident child and family therapists, because you and I both know that traditional parenting strategies don't work with kids with ADHD. Now, we need to ditch the traditional methods and lean into connection-based parenting strategies that actually work. This layered, body-first approach is how we help families reduce ADHD symptoms naturally. And it's what we teach in our free masterclass. If you haven't watched that yet, I want to invite you to check it out. The link to watch it is in the video description below, and it will give you specific strategies you can implement today to start seeing improvements in your child fast. Now, as we close out this video, I want to give you a few action steps. Choose one or more of these steps to do this month during ADHD Awareness Month to help people understand ADHD better and support those who have the diagnosis in ways that actually work. Option 1, share your story. You never know who you'll help just by sharing your story and how ADHD has affected you personally. Option 2, speak up, whether it's about food policies at school or access to better resources. Support organizations that are making a difference. Option 3, try one new holistic strategy. Even a small shift can create big results. So watch my free Reduce ADHD Symptoms Naturally masterclass and then implement one of the strategies I share there. Option 4, educate others with compassion. You don't need to convince everyone, but you can plant a seed, and you never know how that seed might grow. And finally, option 5, above all, give yourself credit. You're doing the hard work, you're learning, you're showing up, and that matters. ADHD Awareness Month isn't just about understanding ADHD, though that's also important. It's about believing that things can get better, and they can. My son Oliver is proof of that. He is a teenager now. He's going into grade 10 in high school, and he's thriving, completely medication-free and using all natural strategies to thrive at home, at school, and in his life, in his friendships. And it's possible for you too. So watch my free ADHD masterclass, reach out for support, and if you found this video helpful, make sure and take a look around my channel. There are tons of videos there to help you as you support your child with ADHD. I know you've got this, and I'm honored to be a part of your journey. Bye for now.